like the title says, the best motorcycle for beginners, either riders or beginner customizers, by far is this bike right here. This is either a 99 or a 2000 Honda VLX 600 Shadow. I'm going to give you the top 10 reasons why I think this bike is the absolute best to get started on. And number one, right off the bat, is cost. You can find these guys anywhere from a couple $100 that needs a lot of work up to some pretty premium bikes for less than $2,000. All depends on where you're at, but upfront investment is very, very low on these bikes. And the next thing, the number two reason, is the frame. If you can see back here where the tire mounts all the way up to the neck, that's almost a straight line. And if you're wanting to do some customization, that's what you want to find in a frame. You want to find a frame with a low cradle, and from that neck straight back is what you're looking for. Very few bikes that are affordable and easy to get into and available have that frame design. Now there may be some Harley Davidsons and stuff that would have close to that, but this channel's not about Harley Davidsons. But you can hardtail this. You can cut all that area out right there, and they make hardtail kits for that to cut right down through there, and just make that a straight run down through there. That'll get your seat really low, and just a fantastic bike for that. And the next thing, the number three reason, is it is chain driven. Now when you go to customize a bike, changing the stance, rake even, or moving this tire back and forth, you want a chain driven bike. If you get a shaft driven bike, there's very little that you can move that tire up and down without getting that shaft out of alignment. And you'll really have problems if you get that shaft out of alignment. The next thing, see, I've got this stuff written down over here. Chain. Number 4 is the 99 through 2007. The carb's gone off of this one because I'm rebuilding it, and I use this bike just as a mock-up. It is a single carb motorcycle. So if you're just getting started and you want to make sure that you have a single carb motorcycle to begin with, that way you have an opportunity to take that carb off. You can clean it yourself. You can rejet it yourself, and you don't have to worry about trying to learn about linkage and getting all that stuff set up or taken back apart. It's just much simpler to have a single carb motorcycle to begin with. Believe me, it will make a world of difference when you're first getting started and learning. The next, number 5, reason why this is absolutely the best bike to start out with is the weight. This thing is probably around 450 pounds dry. And if you're just getting started on a motorcycle, you want a motorcycle that you can control. You don't want to get a great big bike and have that thing beating you up when you're trying to learn what's going on with it. Trying to feel your in and outs and doing your curves, your leans and all that stuff. You want a light bike that is easy to manipulate. And that brings me to number 6, is seat height. You want a bike with a low seat height to begin with. I'd say that seat is probably somewhere around 26 inches off the ground without any modifications. Again, that gives you a low center of gravity and makes this bike feel much more responsive, and it is much easier to control when you've got a low center of gravity. And let's see here, number 7. I got this stuff wrote down here. Oh, aftermarket parts. The Honda VLX 600, 99 through 2007, has a plethora of aftermarket parts. This fender here and seat setup is a blue collar bobber. The mini ape hangers there, oh gosh, I forget who I got those from. They might even be from Amazon. Turn signals, tires, there's just tons and tons of stuff on the aftermarket market, let's say market 1,000 times, that you can get for these bikes. I think this is what I wrote down, number 8. Replacement parts, regular replacement parts, still easy to find. If you want to replace that carb, there's even some on Amazon for around $80. I've never got one of those. I don't know the quality of them, but you can get a close to factory, an arcade or something like that, for around $150 just on the carburetor. Plugs, wires, battery, all that stuff, super duper easy to find when you go to repair one of these bikes. Let's see, okay, power. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want to mess with the 600, there's not enough power. I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to do, if you're trying to pull a plow and plow your garden or something like that, but this little sucker's probably around 580 cc's, probably about 40 to 45 horsepower. To begin with, I don't care how big a guy you are, this will be everything you need. Now, I'm sure I'll get a lot of comments and a lot of arguments about that, but when you're first getting started, speed is not your concern. It's control and reliability of your reaction is what you're depending on. So you want something with some decent power. This thing's not going to cruise with 2 people at 90 miles an hour on the interstate in just a couple of seconds, but it's going to do everything you need it to do. Trust me. Let's see what here. It's a V-twin, and you know what that means. Sound. I didn't even put that on the list, but I want to mention it now. If you like that rumbling, true motorcycle cruiser sound, you can buy some straight pipes for this or some nice aftermarket pipes. This little V-twin will give you a great sound. Love the sound of these 600s. Number 10, the ease of repair. This bike is, again, it's light, so it's going to be easy to move around, easy to jack up. Everything is accessible. You have just one bolt there for your tank to come off. It has a simple wiring harness. It has just your single, let me get over here a little closer to it. It's so hot in this garage, I about can't take a breath. Single speedometer, mileage indicator, and left and right turn signal indicator, and the high beam indicator there. Super simple. Headlight, 2 front turn signals, the back turn signals, and your brake lights. So it's real easy to trace back any problems that you may have with the wiring on there. And you can see there's not a lot of cowling and that kind of stuff that you would have to worry about to try to get to. Tires are super easy to change. And again, with the chain on the back, super easy on adjustments or anything like that that you would need on that bike. So I hope that answers some of the questions that I get about what's the best bike to start out with. By far, I'll say it again, the 99 through 2007 Honda VLX 600 shadow. Okay, doke. Get out there and get you one and get it customized. Thank you guys for watching.